So today we're going to cover how your lower body, more specifically how your knees need to move in your golf swing. It's very important that your base is solid and that your lower body doesn't have too much extra movement, and we need to make sure it moves correctly. I see a lot of people when they set up to it, they're trying to get really big turns. So I see this knee start to collapse. You're going to see this knee starts to go out to the side, and you see lots of swaying. They might get this really big turn. Okay, but their lower body is almost, basically we can say it's kind of fallen out from underneath them. So today we're going to cover how your knees should move, and if your knees move correctly, it's going to help your hips also move correctly in your golf swing. So all you really need to do is just put a alignment rod in the ground. This is just a simple check so you can kind of check how your knees are moving. So when you set up to it, what we're looking for is we're looking for your lead knee, or the knee closest to the target. It's going to actually feel like it moves away or towards the camera or towards your golf ball, while your right knee is going to feel like it does the exact opposite. It's going to feel like it moves backwards. Okay, and so you can see how my hips start to turn. My knee doesn't go out to the side. It's going to feel like it moves backwards. Both kneecaps are going to always feel like they kind of look forward. Okay, and that's going to help them stay stable. So if we put an alignment rod right here, it's just an example so you can kind of see it. If all I do, without a club, is just feel like my left knee, my lead knee, goes out and my right knee goes backwards, you can see my hips automatically start to turn. Okay, this will help us get rid of the kind of sway that a lot of us struggle with. Okay, so the knee goes that way, this knee comes backwards, and now we got my hips are turning correctly. Okay, make sure that that back knee, that right leg, doesn't straighten. If that happens, you're going to be in trouble. You're going to see a lot of reverse tilt action from that spot. So just make sure, you can do it without a golf club, just make sure that you're turning your knees, moving your knees correctly, and it's going to help you turn your hips correctly. So if we look at your knees from face down, because this is going to be easier for you to really identify if you're doing things correctly with your lower body, is if you just check your knees, feel like that right knee is going to go out, left knee is going to go back. Okay, that also transfers your weight a little bit more effectively, so the weight kind of starts to go to my toes and my left leg, goes towards my heel and my right leg. Okay, we want those hips to turn. It's okay if sometimes you're going to have a little bit more greater action in it. Okay, but we got to make sure that those knees are moving correctly. It's also going to help you transfer your weight if you're moving your knees correctly when it comes into your downswing. We'll talk about that in another video.